Hey there, Angel of Galaxite, back with more channeled messages. Just want to say a very big thank you to each and every one of you for clicking on my channel, and those who have subscribed, thank you to all my new and old. Just want to say, if you want to support my channel, the way to do that is just to like and subscribe and comment. Yeah, views are important, of course, but that's just what the algorithm's like. So what does that mean? That means that you're just going to lift the algorithms, which means I'm going to be seeing more in this sea of YouTube videos. So thank you for that. Blessings sent back to you tenfold. Anyway, remember, Spirit works for us in mystical and mysterious ways. These messages may not go directly to the intended person. They may be talking about someone you know. It could be their loved lost one, or a situation around you or them. You just may be this heavenly post person delivering communication where it needs to go. If I say male or female, just remember we have both aspects of the divine feminine and masculine, so please take it as it resonates. Please remember as well that souls piggyback on one particular message, so there will be a message within a message. It may be just a name, it may be just a little bit of the scenario that's going on, it could be the whole thing. Anyway, as I say, a day at a time. So let's see what we got coming in. Right. Ooh. Okay, oh, that's nice. So automatically I've got this beautiful image of a rag doll cat. Oh, okay. I'm feeling like a brushing sensation around my ankles right now. Ooh. It's beautiful, this cat. Oh my gosh. So if you've just lost, or lost before, I don't know, I think it's more recent, but I could be wrong, a beige and white coloured cat. Now this cat has blue eyes. So here, Spirit are just giving confirmation that it's all is well, it's happy, and it is very much around you as well. Okay. All right, just a quick one. All right, the next message, please. So I'm hearing mind the gap. So mind the gap always reminds me of the tube. As you get on the tube, mind the gap. Okay. I don't know whether it's like that in, in other places, but anyway, it is in London. So I'm thinking you may have worked for rail services. And I'm hearing David. So this person would have crossed in 1994 or thereabouts, and he would have left a wife and child behind. He's showing me his heart, so this could have been a problem. He would have enjoyed a good drink, a good old drink I'm hearing, and I also smoked. Smoking. Okay, so he says he guesses his diet was not the best as he piled on pounds, especially as he aged. I'm seeing buses too, so may have had a family member, or he did, or someone around who would work within the transport industry. He had a real love for animals and would have enjoyed traditional comedies from back in the day. I'm hearing the likes of Morecambe and Wise, the two Ronnies. He would have been a tall man, or tallish, I'm hearing. There's a reference to red hair. I'm feeling really mild-mannered, quick thinking. He would have liked a challenge for sure. Now February's coming in strong, and so is March, so this could be relevant. Could be a birthday, a passing, an anniversary. I may be born in them months. 10, number 12, 42 and 56. These could be ages or door numbers. Take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else to enjoy. This is a bit random, but I'm hearing carol singers. So he may have been, or somebody is a carol singer. And he wants to send his love to Harriet, Lenora and Robbie. Thank you for that. Okay, so my next message, please. So this message is for someone who is a workaholic. Oh, there's a real need from this loved one to remind you of the balance between the material and spiritual worlds. She's pointing out that you need to recognize the illusionary nature of the material world and all that it entails. You have enough money and you're not going to go broke. It is time to reclaim your personal power. There's a need to live with honesty and integrity. She's pointing out, after all, you can't take your finances with you to the other side. She says you are grumpy and intolerant and incredibly domineering. Oops, getting told off. Underneath all that, you are prone to worrying. So maybe it would be advantageous to become more aware of your higher purpose, which does not involve being, greedy and egotistical. I'm hearing, okay, she's just trying to guide you. Maybe very blunt and to the point, but let's be honest, you wouldn't listen if I presented it any other way. Okay. I've got the name Carlton with that, so thank you for that, just a quick one. So my angel words for today. This is a perfect time to begin on an aspect of your divine life purpose. Choose the action step that comes to mind, related to your spiritual interests. That's for someone. Okay, so I'm hearing next message. There is something beautiful that's about to happen in somebody's life. I'm told 2 to 3 months, your life will be so much more exciting. As things start to change, you will be pinching yourself to check you are not dreaming. There's no name with that, so if you feel that, that's probably for you then. Okay. I just want to talk a little bit about anger, especially when we've lost someone. So anger is part of being human. Feeling powerless and out of control is quite common when we go through loss. It is because death is something we cannot control, and we wish we could have done something to forestall its inevitability. Many times we direct our anger to those who we feel might have prevented this unwelcome event from occurring. Even the source or God, or God's source energy. We also get angry with ourselves, thinking we could have stopped this if only we had done something. The last thing your loved one would want is for you to do direct anger at yourself. Sorry, I'm getting all tongue-tied today. Happens. All right. So, next message. For somebody else, I'm told there's a peaceful outcome to issues around the way you live your life. I hear that someone is trying to sway you into their way of thinking and is not at all happy that you are not playing ball. This loved one saying, stick to what you believe as you are on the right track. Follow your North Star. I'm being handed what looks like stew or thick soup. Okay, that may be relevant to this message. August comes to mind. And 35, 62, 77, 78 and 43 are the numbers I have for this message. Take them as they resonate. A and H initials, J and W, and Y and N, E and a P. Oh, okay. I get all sorts on this channel, do you? bath salts, so somebody may need to buy some and soak. Have a good soak, okay? Okay, so the healing words from the angels. The pleasure you seek, 115, the pleasure you seek is attained the instant you allow yourself to enjoy the gift that is already given to you. So that's something to think about. Okay. Alright, so the lyrics of the song today. January. Okay, so I'm thinking January was not a good time for this loved one. So much so, I'm told at times, he was sick and tired of hanging on, of you hanging on to him, sorry. There's a feeling of mistrust and dread as he stepped out of the door to go out and have fun with his mates. He says your eyes would be sad and you'd accuse him of telling him lies. And you'd ask him, don't go, don't go. When he returned, you'd be cold and angry at him, making it awkward for him to come back home. But he's insistent that I tell you he did not cheat and just needed a break now and again, and actually used to get anxious having to let you know that he would be invited out by people. He doesn't want you to ever feel it was a slur on you. No, he just needed that space and time. After his crossing over to the land of light, he sees that he needed space to breathe and enjoy the time he had left. Sometimes a little reckless and not very thoughtful, but never a cheat. You were always the one he wanted to be with. Nobody else. It is time to manifest your dream life. Imagine higher, better. He can show you how. He can glow. And he wants to wake you up to the wonders of the world. No more living like it's a little world. You remember I'm using the lyrics with this. He knows you. He wants you to. He knows you. And he wants to guide you. Unveil the sun like a fire. Passion for life so you can carry on. Although he's gone. Encourage you to wander out of your home again. Sweet home. And explore what you have been missing for all those years. You gotta know him, you gotta show him that you will be facing the world. You've been chasing the world. Oh, you'll be chasing the world, I think he meant. So I would have told January was when his illness was at its worst. A time of uncertainty and change, as the song goes. Time, it's a flyer. Sunny day, fly away. English summer's gone. So long. In those bleak winter months, it was difficult, and you were an absolute angel. His nurse, his best friend, his lady, and he wants to show his appreciation for every single minute of every single hour that you cared for him. Don't be cold, don't be angry, don't be sad. When I come to visit, he wants to see a smile on your face. And he really approves of where you have booked to go on holiday. And this is a holiday of a lifetime that maybe you both spoke about but never got round to going on. I have David, Lawrence, Rachel, Emma, Harry, Tina, Christian, Della, Sarah, Duval. Now January the 1st may mean something, and the year of 1975 could be relevant. I think this was by a band called Pilot, so for all who haven't heard it, maybe there's something within this song for you. Maybe it just make you happy. But it might be worth having a listen to, the fact that you're listening to this. Thank you. where we're going next. So the next message is, it's time that you told your story. You and I know you have had an interesting life. Others would be really interested in your journey. I'm hearing, how long are you going to sit on this idea? Put pen to paper, write notes or type them. I'm hearing February. So it should be an interesting month for you. And this is for Cara, or from Cara, okay? Next message, just a quick one, that one. So I've got someone called Elaine who's saying, it's difficult as you are put into high pressure situations. And you constantly strive to please others while being asked to meet unrealistic demands. So I'm told these expectations are not limited to the workplace either. Remember, society bombards us with images of how we should look, what we need to buy and wear, and even worse, where we are meant to be. There's a need to slow down, give yourself time to look at de-stressing and work on yourself at this time. This person does not want you to. She just wants to see you burnt out. That's what she's saying. Yeah. So think on. Okay. So I have a poem here before my next message. Grey. We would have loved to stay on earth just one more day, for it broke our hearts to leave you here alone. But God whispered softly from afar and simply said it's time. Then he took our hands in his and led us home. We journeyed up above the stars and just beyond the moon. We were welcomed by all who had gone before with open arms. As the angels, they all sang Amazing Grace, but God couldn't help notice that we all kept looking back to earth, wondering if you were okay. Then he laid his hand upon our shoulders, and it was then he said, you're just one memory away. So if today the pain seems overwhelming, please look into your heart, as there you will find our love for you will always be there. For when we left our love behind. The good time that we shared, the laughter and the tears, every second of every day, will be there, held safely in your heart, until we meet again at heaven's gate. And until then, we'll just be one memory away. Alright, so thank you for that. I don't know who wrote that, but thank you. I hope you don't mind reusing it. Okay, so my fingertips are feeling really cold. So this next loved one may have had bad circulation. I'm feeling an issue with knees and a pain. In his side I'm feeling, yeah. It's also a reference to a chest infection. Okay, so I feel this gentleman wants me to now partake in a waltz. It's all very well timed. And that posture is immaculate. Wow, I'm kind of blinded by lots of lights on me. So he may have competed, but I'm not sure at what level though. His voice would have been a bit husky for want of a better description, I guess. But he would have been a nice all-round man. Petulant for lovely ladies with a petulant, yeah, that's what I'm hearing. That's what he tells me. Or is that what his wife would say? Jokingly. Okay. Don't know why, but Saturday seems relevant. Maybe that's because they would do competitions on that day. I don't know. And it could have been a water sign, because I'm feeling Scorpio, Cancer or Pisces. Sorry, I'm getting a bit woo-hoo. So swirling around and dancing. I've got the name Anne, Sylvia, Penny, Victor, Judy and Edna. As always, please take these as they resonate. Okay. I think that's it. So we're going to some cards, shall we? So my first card out. Let's have a think about this. Alright, 5 of Wands. Seems like somebody. I always think of the 5 of Wands as getting out of bed on the wrong side. I don't know why. Oh dear. It's like things just don't seem to go right, you know? Everything's a hassle. Yeah. Maybe it's accident prone, you know? Maybe you've, I don't know, hit your arm, or something's wrong with the car. Something flares up, you know? And maybe the patience is not there. This is how I always like to read this. It's normally like a bit of a fight, isn't it? Yeah. But it's normally a fight between people. It's never really a bad fight. So I've got a feeling that whoever this loved one on the other side would have been in this type of energy. Yeah. Because probably a little bit fiery. Look at the colours, you know. It would have been a passionate person though, for sure. Little bit of an inflated ego, maybe. Could have been a fire sign. But yeah, probably, see how they're pulling on this rope here. So it's not only you, he would have been a bit like that with most people. I just feel that the disagreements between people and the way that he needed to stand out was a little bit over the top sometimes, you know. What is it they call it? A bad loser, maybe, you know. They always seem to be at odds. And also as well, I feel that you could be suffering a setback after his loss. And even though this relationship, you know, demanded a lot of energy from both of you, it was not always easy. There always seemed to be obstacles. But also fives can talk about loss as well, so, and changes in movement for me. But there was a lot of conflict. Sometimes there could have been a bit of aggression. I'm really sorry to say that, but they could. Could have been a Leo, Sagittarius, or an Aries. It doesn't have to be, you know, just could have some of those traits. Let's have a look what else they're saying. Okay. So what he wants to tell you is, yes, he was fiery. Look at this. We've got these oranges here, you know, this energy. And in some ways, he could have been quite confident in what he was saying and doing, because he did have that drive, just like Wands, you know. It's that passion, it's that drive. It's that ambition and creativity. Maybe he wasn't as good at negotiating for something as he thought he was. Or for some other people, because in general he may have been very good at that, and this is what caused tensions and a little bit of, you know, resistance sometimes. So I grow and thrive in the universe. I discover the purity of my heart and the higher wisdom that guides me towards victory. I direct my thoughts towards clarity, nurture and wisdom, the love and goodness within me. I am free now and I succeed in my life. Well, first of all, this is the way he feels now. He doesn't need to prove himself on the other side, but also he wants you to find that success, to grow without him. Oh, he will be with you, of course, but all right. So what we got next? Transformation. I am constantly evolving. I improve inwardly by working on my weaknesses and refining my strengths. So that's how you can do it. Life ensures I'm presented with situations that will help me learn and grow. I am aware of my progress and open my wings to the light. So that's what he needs you to do. Keep going towards success. Keep transforming. Keep evolving. You know, there's one thing about this particular individual, whether it was male or female, that's what he would do. Whether he was knocking heads with people along the way because it was a bit of a bullish one. I don't think he meant it in a bad way, because for me the Five of Wands, it's not bad, it's just really competition, but he might have taken it a little bit too far, you know, as some people do. He liked change and he liked challenges, and he may have taken you on this kind of roller coaster of emotions, you know, dating this person, or she, you know, as I say. But yeah, but there is kind of like some quick changes coming for you. I really feel that. And this may cause you a bit of stress and anxiety, but don't worry about that. It's going to be fine. You may be quite a sensitive person, you know. It maybe have been a little bit too much to handle, this individual at times, but you loved him. He was your bundle of fire, let's say, you know. And he brought a bit of that into your life, you know. That fiery, passionate, and he would have been a passionate lover, or she would have been. That's what I feel. But yeah, so what else do we have? What does he want to say? Let's see. Okay, let me go with this one. Okay, so he wants you to know that he doesn't mind what people say about him, but don't react and don't get all uppity about it and upset about it and then just shut people out. People are allowed to have their opinion on who he was. And just because he liked challenge, just because he liked to challenge people, doesn't mean to say that he was a bad match for you. So just remember that. Don't worry about what other people are saying. It's not that they don't mean anything, you know. He wants you to know that you were truly the best thing in his life. And although sometimes, you know, the arguments would get very heated and he would probably say things he didn't mean or she didn't mean, you know, no, he loved you very much. Yeah, there's a lot of passion, a lot of love, and it's true love, is this. It's not just, you know, it's just that sometimes he's or she, the masculine side of that person would come through, just feel a little bit like, yeah, challenging people. That's what I feel, you know. Look at the determination on these two's face, you know. They will pull until their arms come off, basically. Not literally, but oh, so somehow okay, he's going to be sending you a sign, and maybe you are already thinking about what this sign would be, but I think he really wants you, or she really wants you, to be clear about what that sign has to be, because signs are coming in, but you're just not really understanding them, or you're too busy, or you're just, no, I'm just overthinking it, that's not from him. No, honestly it is. He's bringing in a lot of positivity and strength where you may have been lacking, but you know, and creativity. Sorry, I'm just checking if the camera's fine. Yes, it is. And creativity as well, in order for you to move forward. He wants you to give a big kiss to the kids. I don't know why August seems important for this message as well. And what else does he have to say? Oh, bless.